I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey.
Alrighty, we are back out again for the second appointment. Second appointment today. Appointment dos. Yeah, number two. Number two. So, one of the other things that I'm really interested in, or I really like, or whatever, people don't know already and stuff like is gassers. Your quintessential 60s, early 70s gassers and stuff. High in the front, low in the back, really wide stance. The theory was for weight transfer, since the car came up and put the weight on the back for traction. Well, if we already had it that way, then that would even add more traction. They didn't allow for the factor, or didn't know the factor and stuff about the wind restriction and aerodynamics. But I like the quintessential gassers. I don't care about the paint and stuff. It's really nice to see them all done up, because, you know, in the 70s they had all the wild paint jobs and all that really psychedelic stuff, and just really high metal flakes. Just awesome stuff. But I really like some of the old Henry J's. One of my particular ones and stuff I like is gassed out, the Henry J and stuff that is just rusty and dusty and crusty and just runs like a bat out of hell. And I really like that. But station wagons and stuff, I really like gasser station wagons, the little Novas, any of the British made cars that were turned into gassers. Those was always pretty cool. The Fiats, those were awesome. But yeah, I like the gasser. It's just the look. I like it. I would love to be able to someday. I'd like to have a big block in it, but a small block would do it. Put a big block in it with a 3/4, what we used to call, I don't know what they're called nowadays, I have no idea, whatever, but we'd call a 3/4 racing cam, and basically where everything was ground to where it would just lope and just the Chevelle in one of the past videos, Paps at Paps show, the Chevelle that came in and everything, that would be what we used to call a 3/4 cam. Theory behind that was the lopingness is the power and torque that was gained when it was all fired at once. So like you get like a Jaguar, not a Jaguar, a Cheetah. So a Cheetah has the spring and push of the cam of its spine when it chases down its prey. And that 3/4 does the same thing. It launches, so it compresses and combusts everything all at once, so it launches forward, and then the flywheel and or drivetrain carry it over to the next momentum. Well, it's happening at such a consecutive high ratio and stuff, you don't notice it when it's going down the track, but when it's at an idle, especially if you have like if it's an automatic and it has a stall speed of 2800, 3000, 3200, 3500 stall speed, then you got to get that low, you got to get it way up high to get it to engage. And then once it engages and stuff, automatics are weird when they have a 3/4 cam in it. But 4-speeds with a clutch car was just something else. Just to be able to take off with the 3/4 cam was interesting. But I really enjoyed the gassers, the look of them, the way they handle. I would love to have one, like I said, with a big block. Didn't have to be, but with a big block in it, with the 3/4 cam, with 2.4s, does not have to have a blower on it, you know, 2.4s, not a super high, but I would what they called a plenum box manifold, so it was up at least 4 inches before the runners go down into the ports, and set it up. But there's a company, and if I can find them, I'll put up a link and stuff. I saw them before. That's what they do. They are classic gasser builders, but they build gassers to be driven every day. So the new front ends that they're using, and ball joints, and I think they're putting a rack and pinion on it instead of the old Pitman arm steering box and stuff, so that they are, the way they're set up, and they're easy to turn. They can even have them with power steering on them now, so that's pretty wild. But these cars have the look of the gasser, the sound of the gasser, the action of the gasser, but they're so dependable they can be driven, and so easily they can be driven every day. I wouldn't necessarily need air conditioning on it. Heat, I would probably run the heat. If I had an automatic, I'd run a trans cooler and an oil cooler, and I would draw my heat for cool and defrosting stuff off from that. I wouldn't have a water cooled system to where you would have a heat exchanger or a heater core for the water to cool them. I'd just have it set up so that it would pull the heat off the oil and transmission fluid. I would like to have a 4-speed, but my legs, hips, joints, my spinal arthritis and stuff really hinders me when I go to push in on a clutch anymore, or you know, that repetitive motion of clutch in, clutch out. So it's difficult, and then my hands are so bad I can't really grasp the shifter like I used to either. So I mean, it's come close to where if I ever get the flossy strike done, to be able to hold onto the handlebars of that, I'm just gonna and I've done it in the past, put Velcro on the palms so that I can Velcro my hands to the handlebars. You know, duct tape, you know, that's it, that's what we do, but no Velcro and stuff. So but no, I'd like to have that. I mean, I know there are other people that like the gassers, and some people just don't get it, and everything. But what do you guys think? I mean, do you have a particular stylized car like that you like, that is kind of like something, but you would want to have it I'd want to have it every day. I'd want to have it every day so that I could run it. I might not, instead of putting 2.4s on it, I might put 3.2s on it. But the real classic thing would be to have the 2.4s on it. They make the Predator carbs. Back in the day, they used to call them Predators. They were 600 CFM. They were 600s barrels that we used to use. We used to use the 400s on the Volkswagens, but the 600s, you could put 2 600s on it. And they are just one huge venture. They don't have the 4 barrels like on a 4-barrel carb, the 4 venture ports and stuff. They have one large, huge butterfly in the center with one venture in the center, and they're basically made just to run flat out, wide open or off. The idle was kind of iffy on them, but you could get them to idle. But it would be cool if I could get 2 of those put on top of it, just for the looks and everything. But you know, traction bars, the old truck tire, their old recap type truck tire look. Of course, I don't want to do that. I'd like to have it set up for doing burnouts and stuff, in burnout competitions or burnouts at car shows, whatever and stuff. I'd like to have it set up for that. I don't care how fast it is. I just want to have it set up so it's drivable everywhere, has a tremendous amount of low end grunt, just a tremendous torque and stuff with that plenum, with that 4-inch plenum on it. It'll create a lot more low end torque. And you guys let me know what you think and stuff. So just another installment of me doing the driving and waiting for doctor's appointments and therapies and or whatever else I've got to do. So till the next time, see ya. And remember, bt57go4rider@gmail.com. If you don't like making comments below, like a lot of people don't, and they send me emails, send me an email, and we'll discuss back and forth. Or you can give me some subjects and stuff that you might want what goes on in here about. And like I said, see ya.
Damn, that was annoying.